I know they don't really look friendly, man. Let me just sit here. I kind of like this table. I don't like the other table. You tell me to get the fuck out of here. Oh, hey, go.
Welcome to First Person Defender, where regular people come face to face with unknown attackers.
Drop the gun! Drop it! Drop the gun! Come after me! Drop the gun!
And fight their way out. This is First Person Defender.
You're prepared and aware of your surroundings, but when something goes down, what do you do with all these bystanders? They may not be bad guys to you, but they're in your way. How do you deal with it? Right now on First Person Defender.
These force-on-force scenarios use training guns that fire non-lethal projectiles.
My name's Tony. I'm from Canton, Ohio. Didn't really start shooting until I was in my 20s. I shoot competition and I do my own training. I've taken some pistol courses, some basic stuff like that. Nothing too advanced, but I have some martial training. I did Taekwondo, and I also did some Sogo Bujitsu training, which is some weapons and hands-on grappling sort of stuff.
Tony's got a good background. He's got a little bit of martial arts. He's got some jiu-jitsu. He's got firearms training as well as competitive shooting background. So it does make him a good candidate for FPD, and it does put him in a good spot for success.
Well, I think I'll do okay. I think I have a pretty decent mind for situational awareness, but I'm really excited to be tested on that, because I really don't know that until you put yourself in a situation like this. I have not done force-on-force like this. I have sparred, and I have done some grappling in class, but not training like this. I think I'm a little more excited than I am nervous.
Based on Tony's desire to get into a physical altercation, we're going to give him that opportunity, but I'm going to have Brian Hill from HK come in and tell you about what kind of scenario we've got set up. Brian, you got a good one set up for Tony, don't you?
We do. He's going out to dinner with a friend of his, Nick, and they're at a crowded restaurant, and as most places that we go in First Person Defender, it's a little dubious nature, I think.
It's going to be a fight, isn't there?
Yep, there's going to be a fight involved, and what we're going to gauge is his reaction to it. It'll be interesting to see whether he inserts himself or not. Sometimes people with training want to get involved when they shouldn't, or maybe he should. We'll find out.
Well, if he does things right in the beginning, he's still in for it, isn't he?
Yeah, we've laid a little trap for him, so if he makes good decisions, there'll be another part of the scenario.
Well, you know what they say, one of those 10 deadly errors, relaxing too soon.
And we're gonna test him on this. So he said he had the training, let's give him a chance to try it.
Tony's friend Nick is taking him to the hot new restaurant in town, Tap Room at the Slaughterhouse. When an incident takes place, does Tony get involved? And does he let his guard down too soon?
The new restaurant, it's called the Slaughterhouse. It's a steak place.
Oh yeah?
I made us a reservation.
Oh sweet, I'm
excited. So good.
Hell yeah, let's get some steak. Good.
Hey guys.
We had a reservation.
Really raining out there. Welcome to the tap room.
It's really raining, yeah.
Yeah. You for dinner?
Yes.
All right, I got some seats for you right over here. Follow me, please. Here you go, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Enjoy your dinner.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks. How you doing? So is it like, this is new?
It's
People
so
like
good.
it?
Yeah.
Good reviews and stuff?
High reviews.
Oh man, I'm gonna get me a ribeye. What are you gonna get?
Oh yeah.
New York, I'm a fan of New York strip. Give me a good medium rare New York strip, I'm good to go. Yeah, man.
You sir, sit wherever you want.
I appreciate it. I don't know where our waiter is.
Hey man, how's it going? This is the only chair in here. You mind if I sit here?
Nah, go sit over there with those guys. We're having a conversation, just the two of us.
I know they don't really look friendly, man. Let me just sit here. I kind of like this table. I don't like the other table. You tell me to get the fuck out of here.
Oh, hey, go. Go that way, go that way. Yeah, oh. What's this guy's doing? Hey, you got go get. Oh, you. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Sir, please, don't come back.
What kind of restaurant, man?
You crazy.
It's okay, guys.
What are you doing?
Everybody sit back down. It's all taken care of.
Man?
Okay. Your first round's on the house. Everybody settle back down. Enjoy your dinner. We'll get a free beverage out to you as soon as possible.
That guy's crackhead, man.
Dude.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Did you get that on camera?
This place is good.
Did you get that on
Bring the
camera?
riffraff, man? What the heck?
I don't know, man. That's weird.
That's crazy.
That was crazy, bro. What the hell was that?
That was insane, dude.
Hey, this guy just come in here and just started beating up on people. What's wrong with him, man? God. Hey, man, you okay? You all right, man?
No,
You really
I'm good.
match. Are you hurt? Are you hurt?
No, I'm good.
Okay, that's good.
Just a little shaken up, dude.
Yeah, I bet. Damn, man, he just out of nowhere, man.
That got my heart rate pumping.
Yeah, I bet. Oh,
That's lightning.
dude, I just heard a gunshot.
Oh, dude, that's lightning.
Dude, go over there. Go over there. Go over there. Go over there. Holy shit. Get down. Get back here. Get back here. Get back here. Get over. Get down. Stay active. Oh! Down. Hey! Tony! Tony, I'm hit! You're hit! You got me! There, don't worry. Hold on. Get in. Okay. Nick, let me see you. Call call 911. You, right there. Call 911 right now. Where you hit at? Where you hit at? In the chest, I think. Okay, put pressure. Hey, put some pressure on there. Does anybody have medical chest seals? We have an IFAC somewhere.
Index, index, index.
What happened?
Oh, my friend said we're going on a reservation to this new steak place. Get there, sit down, there's a lot of people there already. One guy comes in and he wants to sit with the guys behind us, gets all mad, starts beating on this guy. I get my friend out of the way because I don't know what's going on. And they scuffle and he runs off. All right. And then we sat back down. And then there's a gunshot down the hallway. And I told my friend, get over to cover, trying to get him against that wall because I knew he was coming this way. I instructed people to move behind, to get down behind cover. And once he showed up, I started pumping rounds into him. And then when he went down, I had to put a lot into him because he didn't want to go down easy. When he went down, I made sure, first off, my friend said that he was hit. That's bad. But I had to make sure that the threat was down and neutralized before I started administering aid. Instructed somebody to call 911 and asked if there was any medical anywhere.
Man, hard to hear in there, right?
Yeah, it was loud. We got the storm going on.
Obviously, you're all wet.
Yeah, it wasn't the best conditions, that's for sure.
So a lot of chaos, hard to hear, probably very realistic.
Yeah.
You look like you're breathing a little bit heavy.
Yeah, definitely an adrenaline spike. That was exciting.
Well, I tell you what, I thought you did a pretty darn good job. I know Brian wants to ask you some questions, so let's bring in Brian Hill from HK.
So you should have chosen a better restaurant, obviously.
It sounds like it. My friend starts booking stuff for the slaughterhouse and be like, yeah, maybe Applebee's.
So what do you think you did well?
Well, first thing I think I did well was when there was danger happening. When the first guy came and started beating up on the other guy, I got him out of Dodge. I wanted us to get away from whatever was going on over there. It's not my fight. I don't want to get involved in the scuffle on the ground. The other thing I thought I did well was when we heard the shot, I told him, get behind cover, pushed him, and I was instructing people to get down. And then once I saw him, I made sure I was in a position that I wasn't open. And then also follow-up action, which is calling 911, instructing people to call 911, administering aid, making sure the threat is down completely, because he took a little bit to go down.
Sounded like you hit the bad guy a lot.
Yeah, he kept shooting. I was behind that table, so I made sure I tried to get some concealment. It wasn't cover, it was concealment. But I had to, the fact that he was down and he has his gun up, I'm just gonna keep plugging away.
Moving people with a gun in your hand is very different too, isn't it?
Yeah, I noticed that. You're so used to that two-handed grip and you're all stanced out, but like trying to move people and not flag everybody in the process.
What did you see on that anyways?
So, you know, the ability to direct somebody while you do it, sometimes you have to take the hand off the gun and you need to, like you said, you wanted to put your friend in a better position, but he was a bit resistant, wasn't he?
Yeah, kind of,
You know, and that's something that we could work on.
The HK VP9 is a full-size, modern, polymer striker-fired gun holds 17 rounds of 9mm, it's optics ready, and of course, HK quality. One of the things that you get with a VP9 HK is a polygonal barrel. And what does that matter to you? Well, polygonal, different way of doing the grooves inside, the lands and grooves, it's different. Well, it's gonna actually seal behind the bullet better, sealing the gases in, giving you a little bit more velocity. It's also very durable. So lots of time on the range. This baby's gonna last a lifetime of shooting, the HK VP9.
Hi, my name is Matt Kilgo. I'm a criminal defense attorney and an independent program attorney for U.S. Law Shield. In this Legal Minute, we'll discuss use of force. What are the concepts of use of force? Typically, when we discuss use of force, we're talking about self-defense, and there are two main concepts that need to be addressed. One is the imminent use of force, and the other is the reasonable person doctrine. Now, when we discuss imminent use of force, in order to use self-defense, what you are defending yourself from must be imminent. It cannot be a made-up fear. It can't be something that's far away. It has to be an imminent threat against you. And if there's an imminent threat, you must understand that there is a reasonable person doctrine that allows you to use reasonable force. It's not whether you believe it's right or the bad guy believes it's wrong. It's whether an objective, reasonable person would believe that you are using the proper level of force to defend yourself.
So Tony, you had a great scenario. And I got to tell you the truth, as a trainer, you did a lot of things right.
Thank you.
And there's not much to, it's not that we want to pick on you or look for things. We always want to offer some additions. And you said in your training you hadn't had a lot of advanced training, but you had to do a lot of advanced skills in the moment over there.
It was learn on the fly kind of deal.
One of those was moving your friend around.
Yeah.
You know, and your positioning gave you a great advantage, but it is hard to move people, and especially once your gun comes out. So I want to offer you a couple tips and great ways to move people and how to project your voice and give commands that people will follow. Short, simple commands that have a direction to be followed are the ones most likely to do that. So things like move or down are simple for somebody to follow. They're guttural and they're easily understood. And when you say it, you need to project from down here. You're a martial artist, so the idea of the kia, this is what it's for. So when you say it, it should be move! Right. So it continues and echoes and nobody doubts what you're saying. But at the same time, you got to move your friend. And they tend to be resistant to that. So I'm going to give you a couple ways to do this and we'll practice it. We're going to do the first one with him facing me and I need to move him. All right, this is a technique that's been used a long time in protective service details to clear crowds. And what you do is you line up your hand, you shoot it along this edge of the shoulder here, and the inside of the wrist connects to the neck. What I do is make a great frame right here. I'm leading with this leg, and watch his body. I'm going to do this very gently, but what it does is it bends his neck and his hips move out of the way. So I get really good control. Good. Make this frame rigid.
Be a little harder on the neck. Yeah,
don't let it, so you don't have to drive into him, you have to step through him.
You got it. Okay. Ready?
Move, move! Good. That worked a lot better, didn't it? Yep.
Yeah.
All right. And your voice was much better.
Yeah.
You know, you're starting to let it go. It's simple, and it also reminds you to do what?
Also move. Yeah.
That's right. Good commands are not only for the bad guy, they're for us. So I moved him out of the way, but what if he's on the other side?
Right.
All right.
Gun's in this hand.
Yeah, the gun's in this hand. A lot of people want to come through this way. We got to be really careful because we could end up under him. So what we do is we put the gun on target and we use the same body, but I cross the hand underneath and move that way.
Push him across.
Push him across.
Okay.
All right, let's try that.
Okay. Over here.
Yep. Move! Good. And when you were shooting, I know there was somebody downrange because it was me, right?
Yeah.
And something that you could do that would be a lot easier to make sure that your angles are good is to change your level.
Right.
So if you ever have to shoot at somebody and you're worried about somebody behind him, dropping to a knee is a good way to change your angle. If Barrett was the bad guy, okay, and then Nick, you're behind him, okay? The problem is now if you shoot and there's any pass through or anything, it's a big problem. So I want you to just hold your finger guns here. Now, drop to a knee. Completely. See the difference?
Yep.
It gives you a
Trajectory
difference.
is-
So you can change level or angle to make a better shot. Now, he's standing right there. If you move this way, what happens?
Right, he's out of line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you move the other way, what happens?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
He's out of line.
So the rule that we need to be aware of our target and its surroundings is context of how hard it is in the real world to make sure that everything's clear.
Absolutely.
And what do we know? We're never going to have a clean background.
No.
All right. We're giving you some good ideas how to move people around, how to make better commands, and to assign tasks when it's available. And what I'd say to you is keep doing what you're doing because you thought well, you stacked your skills, and you did a really good job with a tough situation.
Thank you.
If you want to survive a scenario like you see on First Person Defender, you need training. And we actually put on First Person Defender classes. It's a whole experience where you get to run through lots of scenarios like this to see what you would really do and get some good training to be better prepared. Go to rangereadystudios.com to sign up today.
In a lot of real-life shootings, people's feet are generally moving. Well, not everybody gets to practice moving your feet while you're shooting. So I've got a little course set up here behind me, and it's just a simple square. You can make any shape you want, you can use any object you want, but here's a couple principal ideas. If I'm moving forward, I want to keep my feet pointed in the direction I'm moving. And if I'm moving backward, I want to keep my feet pointed opposite the direction I'm moving. What that does is it keeps my hips together, because when we bring our feet outwards, our hips open up, and as we move, we start wobbling and waddling. So I can only shoot as fast as I can accurately hit, and sometimes I may be moving faster than I should be shooting, but this is the way to practice it. Watch my feet as I move around this square. I'm not going to shoot very fast, and I'm not going to move very fast. I get my gun out, I work from here, and as I'm working, so I ran out of rounds before I got to where I started, but that's okay. I'm here now. People talk about not letting your feet cross. Well, I have a really hard time not letting my feet cross. Maybe my feet aren't too big. But I wouldn't worry so much about your feet crossing as I'd worry about keeping your upper body stable. And when you are moving forward and rearward, keep those feet pointed in the direction you're going.
The HK MP5 is probably one of the most copied carbines in the world. But if you want an HK, you gotta get an HK. Now they have the SP5, the sporting version of the MP5. Short, fun, cool, historic, 9mm, fun to shoot. What's not to like? Check out the HK SP5.
First Person Defender brought to you by HK. Despite Tony's first experience, he and Nick are back at the slaughterhouse for a nice steak. When an assailant comes in looking for someone else, how will Tony react, and who will survive?
All right. Got us another reservation at the Slaughterhouse Steakhouse.
Oh, slaughterhouse.
Hey, gentlemen. Welcome to Slaughterhouse. There's a table open for you guys right over there.
Awesome, sounds good.
Like parent would go like, but what it really is. So they do have a very strict vetting process, and so what they end up doing is, so they'll take the kid out. Like they all run it under God.
You been here before? One time.
One time, is it good?
Oh yeah, real
You had a
good.
good experience last time you were here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was good? That's good.
Fantastic.
How's things been? What's new?
Nothing much.
Hanging out?
Since the last time we talked. Yeah.
About the same. Work's been busy, you know. They got me on the road.
Right.
It's just been like on and off. At least I'm home on the weekends, so I can go with that.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out on too much with the kids.
Yeah, I know. That's the hard thing. It's
Which
just
one
like,
of you guys are Kevin?
holy shit.
Where's Kevin
Hey,
at?
come here. Don't just.
Hey, buddy.
Holy
F***ing down.
Oh, shit.
Where the f***'s Kevin?
Ow. Holy down. Are you okay? Drop your weapon. Is anybody shot? Is anybody hurt?
I'm Kevin.
Hey, you. Call 911 right now. Who is hurt?
Got an injury.
You're down, okay.
Tony, Tony.
What? Okay, do some
call 911.
aid on him. Put some pressure on his wounds. See if he has a pulse.
911. 911. You're calling him, I'll call him too.
I don't like this at all. Don't move. Do not move. I will shoot you again. I swear to God. If you touch that gun, I will shoot you again.
Is everybody okay? 911's on their way. 911, this is Kevin. Yes. Yeah, there's been a shooting at the Slaughterhouse Cafe.
Index, index, index.
All right, what happened?
This time, I mean, we just got in, sat down, we were just talking. This guy walks in, starts shooting people. He asked him for somebody. He had a rifle, and he just started shooting people. I got shot, went down, drew my pistol. I started engaging him through the table best I could until he went down. After that happened, I instructed somebody to call 911, and then I went over to secure him. He did move around a little bit, so I wasn't sure if he was down all the way. Kept my gun on him, and I instructed him if he moved, I would shoot him again.
Our bad guy was, we put you in a blue shirt, everybody was in, you were not wearing green.
Yeah.
So bad guy didn't even know where you were. Only instruction the bad guy had was if anybody presents a threat to you, shoot them. He was not gonna shoot anybody that didn't need shot. I'm gonna bring in Brian Hill for this.
So I talked to the bad guy, and he said he didn't shoot you until he saw you move as if you were drawing a weapon. And part of that is that we can draw the gun surreptitiously. We can do it without looking like we're drawing.
When somebody says, don't move, don't move. When they ask you to move, what do they expect to see?
Movement.
So if he says nobody move and he decides after a little while, everybody get your hands up, but you've already got your gun in your hands, what does he expect to see?
Yeah.
Movement. What is he not expecting to see? You coming up with a gun.
Yeah.
How fast did it happen?
So fast. I can't even, I don't know. I should have probably done a covert stealth draw and then engaged, but I think I panicked a little bit.
Brian, tough scenario. I don't know how you come up with these scenarios, but I love them. I can't say that I wouldn't have been quick to go to the gun.
And we see the nervous ready a lot. The hand goes to the gun over and over, and that is an unconscious movement that most people have no control over. And you really have to work on thinking about the access and how little movement there needs to be and when it's appropriate, and draw fine lines on context. Is it, where will I do this? Where will I do this? Because nothing works all the time. You know, this is the place to train where we get scars, because everything we do is always standing. And shooting is a weapon that allows us to do it from standing or kneeling or sitting. And I think it's an important part of training to practice from some of these different positions. Even if you can't do it in a live fire, you should do these exercises dry fire and think how you're going to work this out in advance.
100%, Brian. You're absolutely right. I'm glad you were here for this. Great scenario. Thanks for being here.
It's an honor, and I appreciate you having me.
Hey, thanks for watching First Person Defender. Did you know there are more ways to follow what Gun Talk's doing? Like guntalk.com, gundealio.com, the Gun Talk podcasts, and the Gun Talk email newsletter. Follow us, interact with us. Thanks for watching.